Hello, everyone, and welcome to Devils United. This is the Champions League show. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Devils United. With me today, I have got John. How are you, John?
I've actually been busy today. I've been absolutely fine today. How's things with you, Maisy?
Very well, thank you. Just treating myself in town and then come back and doing a stream with you.
Bless you. You know what? Always got time for you, and never let you down, and I'm always there for you.
Always got time for you, always, no matter what. So, Champions League show, Champions League is back, round of 16. What did you make of this week's fixtures for you? Any good ones? Would you expecting a little bit better from the teams?
I look at the 4 games I've witnessed as well, and I thought we'd go for the top. I mean, Salzburg against Bayern Munich. I mean, Salzburg started well and took the lead, and then for Adamu. And then, other than that sort of thing, then Bayern left it very, very late to grab a draw from Kingsley Coman as well. And I do expect Bayern now to go through for that round as well. The last 16, I fully expect that because you know what Bayern Munich is all about, and they are a decent team, and we know that. On to Inter Liverpool game. I think Inter has some chances, by the way, and the first half by both teams excellent. But once Liverpool got the first score from Firmino, then it was a corner, and I did think it was going to come back, but the headstone dropped. I mean, Perisic went close. I thought Martinez should have flung himself forward, would have put the goal up, and that's as good as they got for Inter. But there's no booze, and the second scored an offside goal, and then Salah got the second goal to seal the deal. It's going to be easy for Liverpool now. I mean, don't ever write up their Italians, never write them off. You don't know what's going to happen. But one thing I'm going to say, that I expect Liverpool to win, but I think it's going to make it tough for them.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get into it in a lot more detail, these fixtures, and then we'll have a little bit of a discussion on to next week's fixtures because there's another 4 fixtures to come up. There's a few people already in the chat. Hello there to Niall. Thank you for tuning in. And just as Niall said, smash that like button. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button as well. Good afternoon to Andrew. 3 o'clock football. Always love the 3 o'clock football, but there wasn't nothing too interesting for me on the 3 o'clock games. And I'm sorry to hear your team is 2-0 down already. Oh,
bless.
Hello there to Kai. Thank you for tuning in.
Kai.
Yes, so we'll go with the first game, what was on Tuesday night, and that was PSG versus Real Madrid. So PSG versus Real Madrid, Mbappe's got the goal, the 90 plus 4th minute. There was so as we could see from the stats here, PSG was completely dominant. They had more possession there, a lot more passes, better passing accuracy. They had 21 total shots with 8 on target. So overall, PSG was definitely the better team compared to Real Madrid with the 3 total shots. Didn't have any even on target against PSG with 42% possession of the ball. How did you think PSG played against Real Madrid?
Didn't see it, but I heard about it. But they completely dominated that game, and they couldn't afford to miss a penalty for Lionel Messi. And look, Pochettino, who I documented on the pressure sort of thing during the Champions League. If he doesn't, he'd be out. I think he'd be gone anyway. But look, this should have been a final sort of thing between 2 great teams out there, PSG Real Madrid. We all know what they're all about. And yeah, I mean, excuse me, I'm sorry, I've been shouting a lot there.
It's all day.
Yeah, PSG were fantastic, were they? And it took the 90th minute goal from Mbappe, lovely goal as well. 21 shots, wow, and 8 on target. And Real Madrid 0 on shots on target as well. That's poor for that club. I fully expect Real Madrid to be better in the second leg. I really do think that. But at the end of the day, I mean, Real Madrid wants to win the Champions League, because if they don't win the Champions League, for them, it'll be a failure for Real Madrid. But PSG deserve to win, and there's no away goals. And let's hope it's going to be a crack in the Bernabeu.
The thing is, as well, PSG were at their home ground, so they've always got that a little bit more advantage. They still got their fans there to cheer them on. I remember, obviously, Messi's missing that penalty. I did recap it, and it was actually quite a poor penalty there from Messi. He did get on target, however, it just felt like there wasn't no power whatsoever, so it was quite easy for Courtois to really save that. It was a great save there from him. When I did see, of course, the starting 11 lineup and playing Messi as that number 9, I was questioning it to think maybe wouldn't Mbappe be better there, or maybe even Neymar, wouldn't he have been better there rather than Messi up front? But it was good to see also Donnarumma actually making a start for PSG as well, because he actually came from AC Milan, but he hasn't had no game time at all, hasn't he, from really at PSG?
No, absolutely. And first of all, it's great to see Gianluigi Donnarumma back in the team, because he needs some games. Because if he doesn't get games, then it's Italian's national team future could be up for question. But listen, it's good to see him back. And if you look at the team as well, I mean, they've got some cracking teams there, players there for PSG. Hakimi as well, absolutely fantastic. On Mbappe, I mean, I would like to see him up front, but he could also play wide as well. So he's flexible, doing play on the wide and up front as well. And Di Maria, well documented by playing for your club as well for one season. Yeah, I mean, he's on it. But but I do like Verratti as well. I do like Verratti. I mean, he's a tiger in the midfield. I mean, he's fantastic. And he's played PSG for a long, long time. He came from an Italian club called Pescara, and he went to PSG on a free. And he's been outstanding. He really, really has. And you look at the back defence, and Marquinhos, who's played for Roma, and Kim Pembe as well. And big lad came through the ranks, I think, as well. I could be wrong. But listen, I thought they played really well. And if they carry on in the Bernabeu, then I can see Real Madrid going out. But at the stage, I will never write on Real Madrid, never write them off, because I think they'll find a way of doing it.
I completely agree. You can never fully write off Real Madrid. They still got some outstanding players there. Benzema, who I think is so underrated. Junior is another one which people quite raise also. And there's, of course, Casemiro, Modric, who are extremely good shouts. And I was surprised, though, that we didn't see Camavinga come on or even start for Real Madrid, because he could have been potentially a player who could have made that difference for Real Madrid, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally excuse me. I'm sorry about this. Yeah, I totally agree. Like Camavinga, I like him. I really do like him. And play for Rand. I'm in lots of clubs that's after this guy. And I also want him as well. You lot want him as well. And he opted to go to Real Madrid on a 6-year deal. And if I'm honest with you, I don't know a lot about this guy. I heard of him, but he's one of the most sought out players in the French league before he went to Real Madrid. Skillful. And yeah, I want to see more of him. And he could do things in the future. But you're right. Surprises not starting. People will look after him properly, but it's time will come.
Exactly. I completely agree. And just as you mentioned before, you can really never write off any team, especially knowing what the score is right now. We all know that away goals are wrote off now in the Champions League. So you've got to put a lot more effort into these games to actually try and get through, because I think a lot of teams could have potentially back in the day think, right, if I score 4 away goals, they score 4 home goals, I'll get in because it's based off away goals. But this time, you've got to make sure you need to win every game if that is going to be away or at home to actually try and do that. But knowing the stadium, the fans of Real Madrid, you can never truly write off either club, to be honest. But how do you think it's going to be when it comes to Real Madrid's ground?
The guys have a real goal, and they're quite capable of doing it. You got Benzema. I mean, he can cause damage, and Vinicius Junior can cause damage as well. And they're gonna have to perform in front of their fans because they will not tolerate failure, sort of thing at Bernabeu. You get it wrong, they seem like you know about it. They're not the patience of fans. They want this competition badly as well, and the same with PSG as well. So it's all to play for. I mean, both teams knows exactly what's needed to do. I want to see more attacking football as well, rather than play out for a draw for the first leg and then know what to do at the second leg. And listen, I think it's much better. Not having away goals sort of thing. It's going to put a lot of people off, but listen, it is what it is.
It is going to put a lot of people off, but we'll just have to see on both how them two teams are going to play. But if PSG get this dominance how they did in the first leg, it is going to be extremely difficult for PSG coming into this next fixture, which will be in a couple of weeks' time. Let's go through a couple of the comments because I can see some people have been mentioning about what they thought of the game. Andrew said PSG from the highlights. PSG looked the worthy winners. PSG got a terrible record, losing ties from being in front, and not good in Spain either. Madrid not out of it. So that is extremely interesting knowing what PSG's records are like at the moment when it comes to Champions League knockout. Kai's asking who's going to win in your honest opinion. If I was going to pick out of this fixture, I would probably have to say that is going to be Real Madrid for me. What do you think, John?
Real Madrid, they bottle us these days, are they? But I would never rule them out. But for me, I would say Liverpool or Juventus. Because the reason I say Juve is because they got Villarreal. They needed a big name striker there, sort of thing. So it's going to make a difference. I think he can make a difference. And they got Villarreal, which I'm sure we're going to comment to later on. That's going to be a tough game. We'll comment to that. But for me personally, I'm going to say Liverpool.
Oh, yeah. If I was going to go for the entire Champions League, I actually think it will be Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich for me, or even Ajax. Bayern Munich or Ajax for me are going to be my two shouts to win.
Good chance there. But I'll just say Bayern as well. Could be a Liverpool-Bayern final, and I think Liverpool would just find a way. I'm going to go 3-2 to Liverpool. That could be the best Champions League final ever when these two teams collided.
Yes, it will be a really good final. That will be. Andrew thinks Madrid will go through. Hello to my dad. Thank you for tuning in. Andrew said it's very quiet at the moment so far, except for Burnley, who are actually 2-0 up at Brighton.
Wow, that's not good for us then, really. And not just that, it's not good for teams like Brentford, Leeds as well. And it just goes to show when you're at the bottom of the table, you've got to fight, you've got to scrap, and you've got to do things as well. But we got Brighton soon, next home game, so we need to beat them, which I truly believe we can. But yeah, that's another day.
So here is the next comment here. Hello to Stephen. Thank you for tuning in. Hello there to Gabby. And Andrew thinks it's going to be Real Madrid at extra time. Nick it. That is his prediction, which will be extremely interesting. My dad has a question of who your favourite both is to win the Champions League. Who's yours, John?
To both your favourite in Champions League, Liverpool, just over Bayern.
Mine's going to be either Bayern or Ajax. I have a small feeling in the bottom of my stomach that Ajax could potentially do well, depending on the fixtures that they do also get as well. My dad said good result for Newcastle today as well.
Yeah, it's a massive result today. I've always said we're going to get a point. When you got players, we haven't got players like Kieran Trippier, ASM, and Manquillo, 3 key players out before an important game like today, like a West Ham team. Then I regard that as a fantastic result of the day.
Mm-hmm. So we'll go on to the next fixture now. Sporting versus Manchester City. The result was 5-0 for Manchester City. Manchester City have 15 total shots, 6 shots on target, compared to Sporting's 3 total shots and 0 shots on target. Manchester City very dominant with 64% possession of the ball. What did you think of Manchester City for you, John, during this fixture?
Do you know what it is, right? I mean, they're slapping up teams, aren't they? Who you expect them to beat, do you know what I mean? But 5 goals could be a lot more goals. 15 shots attempt on goals, 6 on target, 5 of those were goals, right? And 64%, I thought they'd been absolutely fantastic Man City sort of thing. When they get going, they get going. I wouldn't rule out Man City winning the Champions League as well. I would never rule them out either sort of thing. But if you look at it, right, I thought, again, what you said from Pep, it's just outstanding. But you've got Bernardo Silva as well, scored twice. Sterling got in the act as well. And Foden's just getting better and better every time. It could be a lot more goals, by the way, but it's just a formality for Man City. They're gonna go for the next round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you do look at Manchester City, they have got the right team to actually win the league, to be dominant in Europe. But I say the biggest thing what lets down Manchester City is Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola is his worst enemy, and for the reason for that is that he tends to overthink quite a lot in terms of these big games where he knows he needs to win. And I think in that way, he just, like, when you look at that Champions League final last season, he played without a CDM. That could have gone either way. It could have gone across as extremely smart, or it could have come across as very daft. Because Manchester City was a lot more dominant than Chelsea for me in terms of the game. Chelsea had that opportunity on the counter attack, and if they had that CDM there, it could have been a completely different story. If they had Fernandinho behind so that he could break any counter attacks, and that allowed Mason Mount, Werner, and Kai Havertz to actually go on this counter and score the only goal in the Champions League finals. So in them kind of cases, I do think Pep is definitely his own worst enemy in terms of these kind of games, and the expectation is really there for Pep Guardiola to actually win the Champions League. He's not won it at Bayern Munich. The last time he actually won it was actually in Barcelona, so he'll probably want a point to prove in itself to say, look, I'm still dominant in Europe. I can win the Champions League with whatever squad I've got.
Yeah, I totally agree. And also, he got his tactics wrong against Lyon the previous season as well. We had COVID sort of thing as well. And that is, he got it wrong. And I think he admitted that as well, sort of thing. But, I mean, you're right there. He's his own worst enemy as well, which is sad, really. But I knew when he played Chelsea last season's Champions League final, it was going to be easy. I had a sneaky thing that Chelsea was going to win that game. And I think Pep, again, actually paid the price. I thought they were poor that game. And second half was even worse. They just couldn't finish. But like I said, I mean, he needs a centre forward. He needs another CDM if needs to be. But he does need a world-class striker in the summer. That's what he really needs. But he's been getting away with it. But are they going to win the Champions League? Again, don't write Pep off. Don't write City off, by the way. And I think it's going to be a lot closer than people make it out to be.
Definitely. But when you do look at this game in itself, it was a very good game there by Manchester City. I think it was a hard fixture for Sporting to come into anyway. I think they did quite really try the hardest in terms of doing it. But I think having them 2 goals by Mahrez, what was nearly ruled out due to VAR, and then Bernardo Silva on the 17th minute, knowing that they've conceded their 4 goals just in the first half, it did write off Sporting quite a lot. And probably knowing them first 2 early goals came, I think they could have potentially crumbled for that, which was a bit of a shame there for Sporting, because even though, of course, I don't support Sporting, it'd be good for a team like Sporting to get far into this Champions League, and I would have actually wanted Sporting to play against Manchester United as a Bruno return, Ronaldo return there as well. It would have been a beautiful moment there for not just Manchester United, for Sporting as well to see that. But Bernardo Silva had a disallowed goal too. Sterling had a cracking goal on that 58th minute. I think he played extremely well, Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden, in my opinion.
Such an underrated player, Bernardo Silva. I would tell you what, though, if he's available at any time, right, I'd take that guy right now. He will improve Newcastle United tenfold, yeah? I mean, every time he's on that pitch, he impresses us every single time. His movement, his passing, his vision, his movement again, and he gets on the end of things. He's got a lovely left foot, and I tell you what, he's a joy to watch. I mean, he doesn't get many games. So when he does, he's a joy to watch. As for Sterling, I think he's stepping up now. He's actually stepping up to his game, scored some important goals important times. I mean, I like Phil Foden as well. I quite like him as well. He's one of the best young players in Europe, and it's just going to get better. I mean, as long as Pepper's there, right, then those players will just get better and better and better. But you just mentioned about Sporting and Lisbon as well. Could you imagine if you drew on Sporting Lisbon? That would be absolutely fantastic. It'd be like a homecoming from Bruno Cristiano sort of thing, yeah? But it would have been fantastic. You haven't got them, you got a tough game.
Well, they've come to the wrong side of Manchester Sporting, unfortunately. But looking at this fixture, is it impossible now for Sporting to get through to the next round?
I tell you what, you'd be looking at odds of 5,000, 10,000 to 1. They turn this around, but it ain't going to happen anytime soon. Nah. Nah.
I think it is going to be extremely difficult, but I remember it was actually the same season Liverpool won the league. They actually there was 3 or 4 goals down against Barcelona the first leg, and they managed to turn it around in the second leg.
Unbelievable.
Liverpool, it was
absolutely unbelievable, man. Absolutely. I mean, I did think Liverpool was going to come back. I really did. They didn't, but they've done it, and it just goes to show as what happens on the night, and the players knew what was needed. And I tell you what, I mean, that has been one of the greatest comebacks in the Champions League history, sort of, and I've seen many of them. And
it was a brilliant Champions League that year, just a terrible final.
I know. It was awful, wasn't it? Not good, because they flipping won the thing, didn't they? Sort of thing, you know what I mean? They bloody won the thing, and against Spurs. And look, at the end of the day, being a Man U fan, you must be sick, absolutely sick, seeing them winning the Champions League.
Well, we just don't want him to win the Champions League. It's the only thing we haven't won, so we want it to stay that way. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
Few more comments here in the chat as well. Andrea said, would love Ajax to win it, but I still think Chelsea may be a big factor again in big matches. Kante is an absolute beast. What do you think about Chelsea potentially winning the Champions League?
They could do it again. Yeah, they could well do it again, but it all depends on Lukaku sort of thing. If he gets the service, then they got a good chance as well of winning the thing again. But it's going to be, I've got them in the semi-finals, and I think they'll come up short against either Liverpool or Bayern, in my opinion. But, I mean, as for Ajax winning it, would it be a fairy tale if they actually won the Champions League? They've got some cracking players there. Anthony, great batch as well. He got some cracking players for Ajax as well. They come from the youth academy. And I tell you what, I mean, the way they play football under Ten Hag, it's just fantastic. It's a joy to watch. They should have gone through against Tottenham, shouldn't they? They should have gone through against Spurs. Yes. They were 2 up, and then they lost by 3 goals to 2 on that night. So, look, Chelsea, don't write them off. I think under Tuchel, I think they got a great chance as well.
Exactly. He is an underrated manager for me, Tuchel. He's literally won the FIFA World Cup, the Champions League, and the Super Cup, and he's only been here for a year now. So winning 3 trophies like that, being in the FA Cup final, it just shows the kind of manager he is, how he disciplines that team as well. And you need that kind of manager in football.
Absolutely. So he's going to come in and just sort the players out, and then again sort of training, a diet and sort of thing, and no holidays. Just believe his philosophy, think about the style of play and know your roles, sort of thing. Under Frank Lampard, don't get us wrong, I think Frank's done a great job at Chelsea, but he just wasn't a big enough name for Chelsea. He wasn't ready at the time. But Tuchel's come in and he's done the job. The players are buying into him, and that's what it's all about. And again, Chelsea, he's done a job and Tuchel, 6 months, if that? My God. Not even that. Goes in, win the Champions League, and the rest is history.
And my dad has said, I would like Manchester United to win the Champions League, but my favourite is Manchester City. There was actually a statement what actually did come out by Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw is saying that the team is actually confident to win the Champions League. And we just got to have that belief in ourselves, which in that kind of sense is right. You do need to have that belief. In terms of cup competitions, it's about luck. But a lot of rival fans were calling Luke Shaw delusional for it. But at the end of the day, we still not played against Atletico. Anything can happen in the Champions League. Because look at the start of last season, no one predicted Chelsea to win. They won it. Anything can really, really happen, but the odds are for Manchester United, I don't know. But can you see Man United winning the Champions League?
I hate to tell you, I think
you're gonna say no.
But strange things has happened, by the way. I think you got to do proving your defense if you're going to get far. And scoring goals, you got to take your chances. There's a lot of chances this season. It's well documented. But if you put the chance away, I think you got a good chance. But this Atletico Madrid team are tough, very tough. And I think now that it's going to be a lot closer than people make out to be. But, I'm not sure you're going to win the Champions League. I doubt it very much, Maisy. Especially, I love you too, but I just can't see it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Andrew said, believe it or not, Lisbon played decent at the start and didn't do much wrong, but found themselves...
Sound. Oh. Have a look. Sorry, that's better.
It's okay.
Oh, good. All good.
Oh, perfect. Andrew said, believe it or not, Lisbon played well, decent at the start and didn't do much wrong, but that found themselves 2-0 down early. City were clinical, absolute quality performances from De Bruyne, Bernardo and Sterling. And he does agree that Pep does overthink in the big games. But here is a good question. Alvarez, could he be the answer for Manchester City?
I'm going to say yes, but we've got to put back to find out, because the thing is, I've never heard of this guy until a couple months ago, and his goal scoring record for River players is absolutely outstanding. But it's a huge jump from South American football to the Premier League, and these Argentinians are tough. They really work hard. I've got a funny feeling this guy's going to do bits on the Pep. I really do.
Yeah, I think he will be absolutely brilliant at Manchester City, and hopefully he does get that enough game time at Manchester City as well. Knowing the kind of player he is, he does deserve the game time. Hello there to Delboy. Thank you for tuning in. Andrew said Sterling and Bernardo goals were amazing. I had a lengthy argument about who was better out of Sterling and Rashford. Just before the Euros last year, everyone on Rich Sport was saying Marcus. I was having none of it. So who are you going to say is better than Sterling or Rashford for you?
Conform, I've got to say Sterling, I'm afraid.
You've got to say Sterling based off form this season.
Got to say that, because, he's scoring goals, he's back to his best. I mean, Marcus Rashford, don't get us wrong, he's did fantastic stuff off the field, off the pitch. But this season, it's been poor. He really has. He's not scoring enough. His confidence is low. And I just don't know what's up with him. I really don't. But he just doesn't want to play for the manager, by the sounds of it. But he'll come back. He'll definitely be back in time. But he needs to fix up very, very quickly. But as for Sterling, he's got 12 months left on his contract after the end of the season. I think Man City needs to time down very quickly. Otherwise, he'll probably end up going to Spain.
Yeah, I completely agree. Let's go on to the next fixture, which was Salzburg versus Bayern Munich. This was a game for me where I just felt completely sorry for Salzburg. Even there was a counter-attacking team by the stats, but it doesn't matter about the possession. It doesn't matter about the stats. It's about how you play and what you do with the possession, and what they done with the possession was a lot more of an impact than what Bayern Munich done with that possession. So Adamu, he actually come on as a substitute, 10th minute, managed to get a goal after 11 minutes of being on. Salzburg had 11 shots on the shots with 6 on target, compared to Bayern Munich 22 shots on target and 9 on target. Bayern Munich had 72% possession of the ball, but 3 more total shots. And when you do look at that with this Bayern Munich team, with the squad they've got, the talent they've got, you'd have thought they would have put a lot more of a way than just the one goal, because and it just really shows the goalkeeping on Salzburg and the defending on Salzburg, that they was managing to shut down Bayern Munich where they could.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you come against Bayern team, they're going to have lots of possessions on the ball, right? I mean, you just said it there. 22 shots on goal attempts, 9 off. I'll tell you something, right? I mean, you know what Bayern Munich can do. They can hurt you. Every angle, yeah? That's exactly what they do. And you said that you feel sorry for Salzburg as well. They were leading for a long time. And then what are they going to do? They can see the goal right at the end. And they were kicking themselves. And you got to feel for Salzburg, because they tried and they tried and they tried to win the game. But one thing I'm going to say, I mean, this is going to be all Bayern now. So even if Bayern went to the second leg a goal down, I'll fully expect them to come back, because Bayern are that good. And I just got it for them. I've got it for Salzburg, because they were so close of causing an upset, and they would have done it.
Yeah. So Sane, he actually had such a good chance of actually making it 1-1 near at the second half of the game. So he took the shot, but he wasn't cleared good enough by Salzburg. But he nearly enough had it, and I actually thought he needs to go faster. We know Sane's pace, and he didn't manage it. The Salzburg's goalkeeper caught it just in the nick of time, and personally, that is poor from Sane for me, because he should have done a lot better in that case as well. And Lewandowski, I hardly seen anything of him.
Nah, crazy, man. I mean, you mentioned Sane there. I mean, since he went to Bayern, I'm not sure much about Bundesliga, sort of, I should do, but I mean, he's been doing okay. He's doing well. And yeah, again, you got to take your chance where it comes. And I mean, I like to see Leroy Sané come back in the Premier League one day, you know, because I quite like him. I really do like him. He's skillful, he's tricky, he's got a left foot. And let's hope that, you know, he turns it on in the second leg.
Fingers crossed. With this leg, though, do you think Bayern Munich's going through?
100%. 100%, because the end of the day, I mean, they're too strong at home. When you look at it, right? I mean, they play three at the back, and you got Pavard, Hernandez, and Sul as well at the back, 3 at the back, and then you got Kimmich and Tolisso in midfield, Gnabry and Sané left wing back, which I find it very strange playing Sané left wing back, and you got Tumbulla, Corner, and Lewandowski. So I think Julian Nagelsmann always plays a back three. And if I looked at it, I thought they played 4-2-3, when then I've quickly realised they play in the back three. So, and yeah, I think it's going to be a formality now for Bayern Munich. I mean, they know they've been in a game, and now they want to put the game to bed.
It's still quite open though for Salzburg. They have still got an opportunity. I know this game was at home, and we all know what Bayern Munich is like when they play at their ground, but it's still very open for Salzburg, and I do like to see the impossible as well. But speaking of the impossible, we've got an update from the Premier League. Norwich have scored against Liverpool, so Norwich is 1-0 up. I guess that's not good news for Newcastle neither.
Not really, no. that means that game against Brentford is going to be absolutely gigantic. In fact, we have got to be hitting 35 points before we play Norwich, and that's 4 games left. And I tell you, that's not going to be easy there. Not going to be easy at Carrow Road. But one thing I'm going to say, right, just carry on the game. And it's not good, isn't it? Not good at all.
No, it's very, very open, this relegation fight, isn't it? It's just absolutely brilliant to see this season, seeing more teams actually winning these points. Let's go through a couple of the comments. Andrew, if we beat Atletico, we may grow into it, but I don't think we'll beat Atletico. It will be a very tough test. I completely agree, Andrew. My dad said, John, you said Frank Lampard wasn't big enough, so do you think Eddie Howe is big enough at Newcastle?
100%, and I'll tell you for why. Because it's that perfect club in Newcastle. These owners are going to give him time. Yes, it's a big club, and we can see what Eddie's trying to do. Playing good football, get the players right, and I think it's perfect for Newcastle United. Yeah, perfect. What I meant to say was, I may have to backtrack a bit on Frank Lampard. Yeah, listen, I may have to backtrack it. I mean, I didn't think Frank was ready at the time. But he should have waited a couple more years before he took that Chelsea job on.
I agree with that completely.
So I tried to take it back there sort of thing, but I've taken it back on my comments sort of thing. But
I think from Derby to Chelsea, it's a big, massive jump, and he should have done a bit like what Steven Gerrard has done, been at Rangers, and he's gone to Aston Villa, so be there for a few years, and then he could go for the Liverpool job.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got to be there for about 3 or 4 seasons there, but the Liverpool job's going to be his when Klopp moves on. But if they come for you, you turn it down. You turn around and say, I'm not ready for it. You have to get one opportunity, and that's it. If you turn it down, then you're not going to get opportunity ever again. But on Frank, he should have waited, should have stayed at Derby, and then go on Chelsea with a time sweet. But at this moment in time, he's at a good club in Everton, and let's see if he did good job there or not. Good job there or not.
Hello to Ashley. Thank you for tuning in. Ashley asked if you're happy that Newcastle is out the relegation zone.
I am indeed. We're 5 points clear for the drop zone. The bad news is Burnley and Norwich are both winning.
Yeah, they're still winning as it stands. Southampton are winning against Everton too, so that is a good thing for at least that there is still some relegation fight for Everton.
Yeah.
But we don't have to worry about Everton for now.
Definitely not. We got to play Everton in a month's time, and that'll be a tough game. We need to win that game.
Exactly. Hello there to Nippon. Thank you for tuning in.
Big up, Nippon.
Andrew has said Newcastle, Everton, Leeds, Brentford can't be happy with the current results, which is absolutely correct. John isn't even so happy, but it's just the beauty of football.
It's sad, man, but still a long way to go. But things can change in the next 35 minutes or so. But listen, at this moment in time, I just think we've got to concentrate on all affairs, our own game, and then do our bit. If it won the day, then we would have been worried about these at the minute.
Yes. Hello to Ravi. Thank you for tuning in. Also updating us with the score. My dad has said, the teams in the Champions League, which players would you take to your club?
The teams in the Champions League?
Which players would you take with the teams who are in the Champions League? If I was going to look at it, there's a good one. I will probably take Timber from Ajax because I think we do need another centre-back, so he would be one I would take. I'd also take Ajax's right-back as well. I think he's brilliant. So they would be the two main people I would truly take, the centre-back and the right-back from Ajax. What about you, John?
For me personally, I would take I want midfielder Bernardo Silva, 100%. Big fan of him. And I thought about Anthony as well, but he probably ended up going to Spain. But it's a tough one there. I'm gonna go. So many to join, isn't there? I would have gone for Vlahovic.
Yeah, another shout as well. Ashley said, Man United versus Atletico is a 50-50. Both teams have been poor this season, which is correct. We both have been out of form. And Andrew has updated us. It is 1-0 now to Arsenal. Smith Rowe getting the goal for Newcastle. So my prediction is actually correct as it stands with Arsenal. I predicted 1-0 for Arsenal to win. So let's go with the final game from Wednesday for this week, and that was Inter Milan versus Liverpool. Liverpool won 2-0. They managed to get a goal off Firmino 75th minute and Mo Salah on the 83rd minute. This was another game I actually did feel sorry for Inter Milan with, because they actually stayed in the game despite them having 0 shots on target. They still had 46% possession of that ball, and I think they were just more of that defending type of team. But I think they've done pretty well against the Liverpool side. Liverpool, really, though, they didn't really take much opportunities with only 2 shots on target, really, and them 2 shots were the shots what got the goals. So we do say, yes, you've got to take your chances, and that's exactly what Liverpool's done.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about fine margins, and if you can do that sort of thing, then you're going to win the game. But Inter did have some chances, by the way. I mean, Martinez should have flung out in the second half.
Yeah.
Second scored an offside goal. Perisic just very unlucky at that last minute drive. I thought Brozovic played well, by the way. He really did. And like I said, I mean, Inter Milan are tough team to crack. I mean, they've got a strong back three. They play 5 across the midfield and play top 3-5-2. And, you know, I think Inter can walk away thinking, you know what, we tried our best. We gave it a right goal, but I think we're done.
Mm-hmm. They're fully not out of it as it stands. They still got that chance, but it is going to be at the Liverpool ground, and you do hear actually a lot of teams who are in the Champions League say how difficult it is to go to Liverpool ground and to try and get these to get this win. And when you do look at it, it is a tough fixture to go to Liverpool away. But I do think Liverpool, they was extremely lucky with the chances, and it was very unlucky for Inter overall. Do you think Liverpool is going to go through? As it stands, though, Jota is out, so he could be a potential blow there for Liverpool.
Yep, absolutely. Could be out for a while as well, sort of thing. I don't think Jurgen Klopp's very happy when you see something about that. I think Liverpool through. I really do think that. I mean, Inter this season in Champions League away from home being great. I'm not going to lie, but I think I expect Liverpool to go through. Inter give it a shot, but I think Liverpool will be too strong in the day, and it's going to be one Italian team left by the time you get in the quarterfinals. So it may not be maybe 0 as well. So if Juve do not beat Villarreal, so I think Inter will not beat Liverpool. Unfortunately, I think Liverpool should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know that you do like the Italian league Serie A as well. So I suppose you probably wanted Inter Milan to do pretty well, didn't you, going into the Champions League?
I did actually. I mean, Inter. They got a good pedigree in the Champions League, and they haven't won it since 2010, I believe, under Jose Mourinho when Milito scored 2 goals, and you know. But other than that sort of thing, they take pride in playing in the Champions League, and I think if you look at the Milan clubs, they want to be at least in the quarterfinals sort of thing to put their name out there sort of thing. Now they haven't done it for quite a long time. It's a shame because Milan haven't won it since 2007 when Inzaghi has got 2 goals. And other than that, it's been a long damn time for the Italians not winning Champions League. You look at 12 years now, possibly 12 years. But could you imagine if any Italian clubs win the Champions League? It'd be fantastic for the country.
Oh, I know. It would be absolutely brilliant, wouldn't it?
It'd be amazing.
We still got Juventus though in the Champions League, and maybe they may be able to do something against Villarreal. We'll just have to see.
Yeah.
But that is the games for this week, and we've got next week as well, what we'll quickly go through too. 4 games next week, and before that we'll go through a couple more of the comments. Kai said, I hope Bayern gets knocked out, can't stand them. Andrew has said, Inter were unlucky to lose 2-0. They were very good. Ashley, easy win for Liverpool. Myself and Doug said 2-0 to Liverpool. Very good prediction there from Ashley.
Yeah.
Lanzel, hello to you. Thank you for tuning in. My dad said I thought Liverpool was a bit lucky. Andrew said Liverpool don't lose 2 goals advantages at Anfield. Lanzel has said tough with Anfield crowd. They will get the job done. Ashley has said Liverpool was far too strong for Inter, and Inter won the Champions League. Then Jose Mourinho walked off on the field so he could join Chelsea.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, was it?
Yeah, he left Inter to join Real Madrid.
So, speaking of Chelsea, because that's actually the next game what is going to be coming up. Chelsea versus Lille. I've got a little bit of facts here coming into the game. Chelsea and Lille have only met just the once in the Champions League, and that was the 2019/2020 side. And Chelsea have only lost one of their previous 10 home European matches against sides from France. 6 wins, 3 draws, and a 2-1 defeat to PSG in March 2016, which knocked them out of the Champions League. So that is some good facts there, some good statistics there from Chelsea coming into this game, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, Chelsea got a good record against Lille, and if you go for a Champions League draw, I think Chelsea would be proud of that. They'd be pleased they got Lille as well, because Lille are a big club in Ligue 1. And sorry about that. I was going to say Ligue 1 then. I was going to say it's actually Ligue 1. And I just think, I think Lille would be happy with that draw itself for the money prospects. Sort of, they got a lot of debt. Yeah, they try and sell the big players like Sven Botman as well, documented, because we've been after him as well. So we've got to find out how good Botman is against Chelsea when he faces Lukaku. And then I expect Chelsea to go through that tie. I fully expect them to do it, because Chelsea will be too powerful, too better for Lille, by the way. I think Lille will score, but I think Chelsea will go through by about 3-1.
For me, in terms of Lille scoring, it's dependent on how Chelsea is set up for me. Because if Chelsea plays in this diamond formation, which they are doing at the moment, depending who they have got in their wing-back positions as well, I think it's going to be a tough test for Lille to come in. If they've got Reece James on one side and maybe they will put Alonso there, I think it might be actually a tough test, because I'm not truly a big fan of Sarr. I think he can leave some open space there. So I think if he goes through with Alonso and Reece James, if Reece James is fully fit, they play that diamond formation. I think it's going to be a natural risk there for Chelsea coming through, and I think they will probably concede if Sarr does get in. If you agree with that.
Yeah, listen, I think Sarr's going to be a cracking defender in the years to come, but he's still got a lot to learn, in my opinion. Yeah. And he's good passer for the ball from the back as well. But he's getting coached well by Tuchel, and he's a bit inexperienced at this level. I'm not going to lie, in Champions League, but he's learning on the job, and that's what you need to do. If he learns on the job and gets on with it, I think he'll be a fine player. But I have to agree with you, sort of thing. Like, he does tends to give the ball away and lose open spaces. So let's hope that he gets right, sort of thing. And is he going to play against Lille this week? I don't know, but we have to wait and see.
So I'm going to go for a Chelsea win, especially being at home. The crowd, it will be a good crowd as well for Champions League nights. Do you agree with that, John?
Yeah, I totally agree with you, sort of thing. I expect Chelsea to go through, by the way. I said it's going to be like 3-1 on the night, and I could see like probably like a 5-1 aggregate score, because I think Lille will probably give it a go. But watch out for Jonathan David. I think he is quick. He's absolutely brilliant. He really is. And Botman as well is going to come in as well. And he's going to show us, AC Milan, why he's being wanted.
Exactly. 100%. So it'll be good to see how Botman does play as well. If he does manage to quiet down the likes of Lukaku, I think it'll be good. But Chelsea are missing out on Mason Mount. that could be a blow coming in for the Chelsea game as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I mean, he's down Lukaku as well. I think he's going to have a fun time sort of thing. Since about a month or so ago, when he had a win at Sky Italia, which he never done, and he got found out what a naughty boy he was, he sorted himself out. And, he's focusing now, scoring the goals, and let's hope he continues to do so.
Yes, let's hope so. Let's go through a couple more of the comments. Ashley said, "You're right, John. He did Madrid. Juventus have been up and down so far this season. We will touch on Juventus next." My dad said, "All English teams to go through. Fingers crossed." My dad and Andrew are doing a little bit of a bet with each other. And Ashley has said, "Liverpool are now winning 2-1. Mo Salah getting the winning goal at the moment."
Wow, that's brilliant. That's brilliant for us. We just got to see Brian do us a favour.
And Ashley said, "If we win, we will win if we drop Maguire." That is a good point. That is a very, very good point.
Very good point.
Ashley has already gave us the England now about Juventus, so we will go on to the Villarreal versus Juventus. Villarreal at home. So I'll do a couple of bit of facts here coming into the game. This is actually going to be the first ever meeting between Villarreal and Juventus in European competition, and only the second time Villarreal has actually faced an Italian side in knockout stages of the Champions League. That was Inter Milan in the quarterfinals in the 2005-2006 season. And since 2002/2003, Juventus have progressed from 6 of their 8 two-legged ties against Spanish opponents in the Champions League, including their most recent one in 2018/2019, which was Athletical Madrid. With Unai Emery, he has only won one of his last 6 games in the knockout stages of the Champions League. 1 draw, 4 losses, losing each of their last 3 in a row. Emery had seen his side to be eliminated in all 3 of his round of 16 ties, 1 with Valencia and 2 with PSG. So what do you think about them statistics coming into this game?
It favors the Italians, doesn't it? Like, sort of thing. I mean, Villarreal having an up and down season in the Spanish league, and Juve is the same. Yeah, I mean, they drew the last week against Torino in the Derby della Mole, which is a local derby in Turin. So, listen, I still expect Juve to do bits. I think Juve will come out, and I think he'll do well. I think Allegri will get them pumped up for that game. And it's going to be a big game for Villarreal as well. But I fully expect Juve to be too strong underneath. And it's not going to be easy going to Villarreal, man. They're a tough side to beat. And Madrigal. I think it's the Stadio Madrigal Stadium. But it's going to be tough. But I expect Juve to come through.
Yeah, I agree. I also think the same about Juventus. Looking at them statistics, Villarreal has only ever faced one opponent in the Italian side, Inter Milan. Didn't come across well. And as well, Unai Emery's records in the Champions League don't look very good as well. So knowing that, he could potentially overthink coming into this game. But on the other foot, when you do look at Villarreal, this was the first time they actually been in the knockout since the 2008-2009 season in the Champions League. So they have also pretty much done the impossible there as well, what no one expected.
No, that's very true. I mean, it happens in the Champions League, it can happen anytime sort of thing, but it all happens on the day. And when your head is right or not, if you have a go, then you just never know. I think it just makes the competition a beauty sort of thing. Anything can happen. And I just think it's just fun. It's absolutely fun. Unless you support that team, of course. I think Burnley are winning, by the way, 3-0.
Yes, that did actually get updated there by Andrew, our Sky Sports pundit. Burnley 3, Brighton 0. And Brighton is at home, which is actually so surprising to see that, isn't it?
Absolutely. I did expect to beat Brighton today, but to go there and score 3 goals, It's incredible. I mean, I think Sean Dyche is going to turn them around. I really do think he's going to do that, mate. I really do. I think he's going to find a way. They're tough to beat at the back. They shore their defence up. Oh, man. I just think they've done it. We got to go to Burnley the last game of the season, and that's not going to be easy.
Exactly. Yeah, it is going to be a tough test, isn't it, for Burnley? But we all know Sean Dyche is good at getting that relegation battle's good. But looking into this game, Villarreal versus Juventus, I'm going to go for probably a Juventus to go through. Even though they haven't been the best this season, they've still got quite a good talented team to overcome this Villarreal team.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one, Maisy. I'm going to say Juve to go through, and it's going to be tough, but I still expect Juve to do it. I think Juve to win by 2-1, and I think they're going to do over there by 2-0 as well.
Very, very interesting. Let's see what the chat is saying. Andrew said, great, 5 clear again, John. So you're 5 clear from relegation at Newcastle, which you're happy about, I can imagine.
Yeah, that's the big consolation there, sort of thing. And don't know how Watford's getting on, though. But
Watford are currently drawing against Aston Villa 0-0.
Yeah, I'll go 5 clear. I'll take that. But we've got to be both for next week.
Yeah, you've got to do it. You have got to get as many points as you can in this second half of the season.
We need to, because at the end of the day, I mean, we got Brighton. We need to win that game. I think these next 2 games are going to tell us where we're going to be.
Ashley thinks it's going to be 2-1 for Juventus coming in, which will be interesting. Andrew thinks, based off experience, Juventus will go through. Lanzo expects Juventus to win. They've got a big miss of Chiesa missing.
Huge.
But they have still got a talented squad to go through.
Yep, they have indeed. I mean, they got McKechnie as well. He's a talent to go. Rabiot has come back to his best. You've got, Bonucci clearly at the back. You got Daniel as well. And also you got Morata, and you also got Vlahovic as well. And you also got Zakaria as well. Came from Mönchengladbach as well. He's coming on as well. But they got some good players at Juve. They really have. But I think next season, the summer sort of thing, I don't think they're going to get much energy. Just spend 65 on Vlahovic. So I think if you look at the Juve team, I think it's fantastic. It looks a great team. But they need a couple more world-class players in there, and they'll be fine.
So let's go into my team now, which everyone was probably waiting for. Manchester United versus Athletical Madrid. I haven't pulled up any facts for the game, which was probably going to be a good idea. But, looking at it, the win probability, Atletico to win 40%, Manchester United to win 30%. So Atletico at home, they have got the better statistics. Atletico Madrid, however, have detected 5 positive COVID cases yesterday. So there is going to be at least 5 players out coming into this team on Wednesday. So how do you think that's going to affect Atletico Madrid?
It's not going to affect them well, but at the end of the day, I think the 5 key players they've got who can trust is not going to help them at all. But it'd be good for you lot though. But I just wish them a speedy recovery from the COVID. But listen, end of the day, it is what it is. So you've got COVID, you can't do bits, you can't do much for about 10 days. So I think it's going to be a tough game. I'm sure he plays Atletico Madrid is going to come and do a good job. I mean, I wonder if Felix is playing. Raul Felix is playing though. I don't know if he's one of them, but if he is playing, you got to watch out for him. By the way, I think he's a fantastic player, man.
Suarez, another one for me, who is a player what we need to look out for, because Suarez has played against us before in the Premier League when he was a Liverpool player. So he'll want that. He'll have that blood in him to think, I want to win against Manchester United.
Absolutely, because he probably think he hates United, by the way, but he will do bits. But hopefully, he's not as good as he was. I'm not going to lie, but I can't lie. But listen, the bottom line is, I still think he's got it. He's still 34 years old, and he's still got it. Griezmann as well. Was he 31? I still think he's decent as well, by the way. You got to close those two. If you can mark those two out of the game, it's going to be very difficult. Then you got a good chance. But you're defending. Harry Maguire, he'd be targeted against these two, I'm telling you, especially Griezmann.
And we also, of course, still have Cristiano Ronaldo. Such a good record against Athletical Madrid when it comes to scoring. I think he will be definitely a key player for Manchester United. He scored in every single one of his Champions League games for us so far. Bruno Fernandes has assisted in every single one of his Champions League games so far this season. So them two players are going to be huge coming into this game ahead.
Yeah, he loves scoring against Atletico Madrid, doesn't he? And he scores every single goal this season, in the Champions League. I think he'll keep the strong going. I think he'd do well. I think he's going to be the main difference, getting in the league or getting out the Champions League. But look, end of the day, I think he may just have enough for them. It's going to be tough, but I think he may just have enough for them if he defend well.
What are you going for with this one? Do you think it's going to be a Man United win, Atletico Madrid win, or a draw?
I think you'll do it just. I think you'll do it just. I say 1-0 over there and 1-0 Old Trafford. It's going to be tough.
You know what? If we get a draw from this game and then we get a win, if we get like a 1-0 win here and then a draw at Old Trafford or the opposite way around, we go through. Even though it's not beautiful football, it's more scrappy football. A win's a win. It gets us through. And that's especially against this Atletico Madrid side with so much talent. Sometimes we need these scrappy wins to get the best out of it, to get the best from the squad.
Yeah, absolutely. You just got to go there. So don't play all the exciting football sort of thing. Just go out there, do your best. If that means take a 1-0 scrappy win or 2-1 scrappy win, then take it. Because at the end of the day, win's a win. And Atletico Madrid is not the exciting football to watch. But he is trying to play free-flowing football, but it hasn't quite worked out yet. If he does that against your team, I expect you to do something. I expect you to do bits, yeah? I mean, I don't know if Cavani's fit. I don't know if he's fit. Are they going to use him? He's out, isn't he?
Yep, he's out as it stands. The only players who's out injured is Edinson Cavani and Tom Heaton. Tom Heaton's not going to be starting anyway, so it's just Edinson Cavani.
Yep, totally agree. I mean, sad because you could have done with him as well. I think he would have been brilliant against Atletico Madrid. He would have loved playing against them as well. But listen, I think it's down to Cristiano or Bruno, and if they can keep going, then you got a good chance of winning the game. But I'm going to say over the 2 legs, 2-1 United.
Oh, that's going to be a good shout. I'm going to go with the same, to be honest. 2-1 on legs for Manchester United on Ags.
Yeah.
Let's go with the comments. Lanzo, I think we'll beat Atletico Madrid. They're going to play counter-attack, frustrate us, but I think we will win. We have missed the Champions League, CR7. Exactly. Love the positivity here from Lanzo. We need our top performances like Pogba, Cristiano, Bruno, Varane, De Gea to be at their best. Pop the back. That is going to be an advantage for Manchester United as well. Strong in the midfield. We need that against this Atletico side.
Yes.
My dad thinks that we will outscore Madrid, and Andrew said that Chelsea is currently now taking the lead against Crystal Palace. So they're currently 1-0 up with Ziyech scoring. So we'll go with the final game, which is Benfica versus Ajax. Benfica has come in. They actually haven't lost a Champions League game so far this season. They actually have a 51% chance of actually winning this game, even though they're away against Benfica 24%. And looking at the game here, what do you think will happen? Do you see Ajax coming through and winning this?
I tell you what, though, I think they've got a good chance. I really do. I think Ajax are a fantastic team. I mean, it's well documented. They got some cracking players. Great batch, I think his name is Anthony as well. And you also got a couple of other great players as well. My God, I mean, I've got a funny feeling that I think Ajax probably get to the semis again because I think they're so dynamic and they got a young team as well. So Ten Hag's done a wonderful job there, Maisy, and it's going to be a lot closer. This game's going to be a lot closer than people make out to be. I think it's going to be real tight, but I think Ajax should just about do it.
I think Ajax will do it. I think they've got enough talent in that side to do that. I absolutely love the Ajax system, and I would absolutely love that at Manchester United if Ten Hag comes to the club and he brings Van der Sar with him and Overmars as well. So hopefully we will get that eventually. But I do think it is going to be Ajax who do make it through to the next round. I think it's good how Benfica has managed to get as far as they are at the moment, though.
Yeah. Is that a question of the game, please, Maisy? Sorry, I just got a bit lost there.
I think it's good how Benfica has got as far as they have at the moment for the Champions League.
Yeah, absolutely, sort of thing. I mean, listen, let's be real. I mean, they've been a credit for the Champions League, get to the last 16, and I hate to say this, that's as fast as it's going to go because, they punch well above their weight. I think, you look at the players they've got. You've got players like Otamendi used to play for Man City, for Tonga used to play for Spurs. Right, so you've got Premiership experience there. And listen, it is what it is. That's as far as it's going to go. I think Ajax got the number. I think Ajax is going to go through for this one.
I agree. I think Ajax will go through as well. With the talent, I would really love for Ajax to go through because they are a real good team from Europe, and I'd like to see how far they can get because we haven't seen good European success there from Ajax for quite a long time. So I'd love to see a different team get quite far into the Champions League and make it through to the Champions League final.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be someone new, someone fresh, someone who's going to be make a name for themselves, sort of thing. And they got some experienced players as well. You got Halas, who used to play for West Ham. He used to be now standing for them. And it's Gravenberch as well in the midfield and Holden, absolutely fantastic. Daley Blind plays a left back for Ajax. Well documented.
And our former tip player.
Yes, absolutely. And you got some players there as well. And I just think I just think that would it be great for Ajax to actually get to the Champions League final? It'd be fantastic for Dutch football, by the way. It really would be. So it gives the young players experience being in a final, and they're going to go out and enjoy this. Well, are they going to win it? I don't know. But listen, at the end of the day, just give Ajax a chance. Let them get to the final and see what they can do.
Yes, I agree. Before we wrap up, we'll finish off with the comments. Chelsea's goal's actually been disallowed, so it's still 0-0 as it stands. Diaz, first goal for Liverpool, 3-1 to Liverpool as it stands. And John's not going to like this, but Watford are winning 1-0.
Oh, dear me. I tell you what, Stevie G would be absolutely wound up at that result today if that carries on. But he'd be, and so would I, because it just makes our match against Brentford even tougher now. Like,
Lanzel said, Ten Hag is the manager for us. Donny under Ten Hag system for us would see the real Donny, which is correct. And my dad said he does not want Poch as Man United manager. Who do you think will suit Manchester United as the next manager? I do want Ten Hag, to be honest.
Me personally, I would go for Diego Simeone. I think he's a winner. I think get that back four sorted out in no time. You fix the defense in quick time. He's a loop he gets, but I tell you something, when things does go for him. But I still think he sort the back four out and he played midfield, 4 in midfield, 2 up front. I think me personally, I'll go for Simeone. But when you come to United, I don't know. But everyone's saying Ten Hag, and if I was a betting guy, I mean, I think it's going to be Ten Hag for you.
I'd absolutely love it if it's going to be Ten Hag, to be honest. But thank you so much, John, for coming on, doing this discussion on the Champions League. I absolutely love having you on the channel. I really appreciate you taking the time out, coming on the channel regularly, because we all love having you on.
Oh, bless you. You know what it is, right? We love you so much, you know what I mean? And I want your channel to grow as well. And any Man U fans wants to follow or talk about football, and talk about United, by the way, go on Devil's United's channel as well. Please do get us subscribed, because I tell you what, she's young, hungry, talented, and I've got to give her a massive hug when I see her.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Thank you so much, John. And Anthony's in the chat here. Hello to Anthony. Arsenal winning, and we're on the same points with two. And Arsenal's got 2 games in hand, which is worrying. But I actually did predict Arsenal to win 1-0, and they are as it stands. So, they're winning 2-0 now, which is good for Arsenal. Saka has got a recent goal. So it's something what you do expect, to be honest. But thank you very, very much, John, for coming on. Would you like to shout out your socials?
Yeah, sure. You can check us out on YouTube, John Sinclair, and NUFC. You can also check out John_NUFC42 on Twitter, John Sinclair on the Facebook, and John Sinclair 50 on Insta. But please, people, do subscribe to my channel, which is John Sinclair NUFC, and it does cost you a penny. And also, if you'd like to become a member, it's only 99p. That's all it is, 99p, one option. That is it. But I've got 2,130 odd subscribers on the subscribers list, so it's going up all the time. And I'll be back on tomorrow, so I'll do the match review as well on Newcastle's 1-1 draw.
Everyone, John's channel is in the description below, so if you haven't already, give John a subscribe. Absolutely brilliant channel, and I do go on there regularly, so you'll be able to see me there as well. But if you're new on this channel, hit that like button and also smash the subscribe button. I will be live on Wednesday. I will be doing my watch along for Manchester United versus Athletical Madrid. Haven't got much planned as of yet, but I'm hoping to get a match day vlog coming out for the England women game tomorrow, because I will be seeing them live. And I'm hoping to do another vlog for the Derby Day, which is next week as well, and to do a preview somewhere for the Watford game as well. So stay tuned onto the channel. Plenty of stuff coming up. But until then, I'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye for now.